Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all to our 808th meeting of Chennai Toastmasters Club. The mission of every Toastmasters Club is to provide a positive learning experience in such a way that the members are empowered to improve their communication skills and their leadership qualities, hence resulting in a greater personality growth and self-confidence. Before moving to the meeting, I would like to brief upon certain rules which have to be followed. First, please keep your mobile phones on silent and please sit in a silent atmosphere so that you can hear what the speaker is speaking. Please don't talk about the taboo topics such as sex, caste, and religion. Kindly be on mute until it's your turn to speak. If it's your turn to speak, please unmute yourself and speak. If you want to share any messages, please use the chat box below. With this, I hand over the stage to a presiding officer, Madam Toastmaster Abhirami Ayyappan. To share a few words about her, she is our Vice President of Education in Chennai Toastmasters Club. She works in a bank called Barclays. She is a chartered accountant by profession. She loves to sing Carnatic music and she also does yoga every day. Now the stage is yours, Madam Toastmaster Abhirami Ayyappan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. So, of all the P's of the introduction, I think doing yoga every day has changed in the last 6 months, especially after consistent work from home and doing stuff. It has become once in a week, and that definitely shows in a lot of things. Now, yes, coming to the end of this year, it has been a really great journey for all of us, I believe. It's like the time just goes past and you realize that it's year end and you start thinking, what did I do? So it's time now to sit down and reflect upon what went well and what didn't go well and what you can do to make it better in the coming year. Now, even in Toastmasters, this is one term done. So in Toastmaster calendar, we have this year starting from July to June. So this is term one. And our club definitely did fare well. And I think each of the members also had a very good progress in their own speaking parts and leadership journey. With this, on this note, let me formally declare meeting number 808 open. Now, talking about our Toastmaster of the day for today. Now, knowing about this person, I knew him as a senior Toastmaster who is like very funny, spontaneous on stage. But when I heard one podcast about him, this was a podcast by RJ Balaji, that definitely changed a lot of things for me. This person is a very humble person with a very humble beginnings, and he had a phenomenal success in his professional career, I would say. He's now a research scholar at IIT Madras. To where he was to where he is today, he's been an example of self-determination. And I would recommend you all to listen to that podcast of our Mr. Toastmaster Sharath. And today, I'm sure is going to be a great session. With this introduction, over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhirami, for that thoughtful and meaningful and beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. So now the theme of today's meeting is going to be goal and goal setting. It's not because it's going to be the year end, but goals are very much important. So what we will see in this meeting is why one should set goal and how one should set goal and what are the exact process. So these are the things that we will experiment in this upcoming meeting. So first, let's start with why we should set goal. Before that, from the audience, is there anyone here who already in the process of setting goals? Can someone raise hand if you are already in setting goals? Lakshmi, Narayanan, Abhirami, Anirudh. Okay, half. Aishwarya, right? Srijit suddenly rising. Okay, fine. Thank you. So we'll see. First, why should we set goals? Why should I set goals in this year? So there are few things. If we don't have goals clearly, usually we are more prone to social media or something. We use Facebook, WhatsApp with lot of times. We don't know what to do in that time. And we are directionless. We don't know what decision to make. goals usually help us to get to the direction, and we usually run in the life, like work morning 8 9 to 5, and then again the cycle keeps on going, and totally we are bored and confused. So with goals we will have freedom. We know what we should do with our time. That's called self freedom, and we'll get the motivation, because if we achieve something, we have something called dopamine secretion. So that's how we get motivation, and finally we'll be having purposeful life. So this is just a small introduction with goal setting. Now let me introduce about the segments of the meeting. In today's meeting, we'll be having 3 segments. First is prepared speech session, wherein the speakers will be delivering a prepared speech from a project. And number 2 is table topic session, wherein we all can participate to our table topic master. And number 3 is the most important, evaluation session, wherein all the speakers who spoke will be evaluated positively with the help of our evaluation team led by our general evaluator. So this is the flow of our today's meeting is going to be. And now it's time for me to introduce our general evaluator of the day. Our general evaluator today is a BCom student in DG Vaishnava College, and Toastmaster Tarun. And he is a self-belief and self-confident person. I quote that more than believing others, he likes to believe himself. So that's just say he's a self-confident person. And he used to paint a lot of pictures, and more than that, he used to cycle a lot. With this DP, before we can clearly understand. And also, apart from that, he loved to eat food and make a review of how the food it is. And also, he's interested in learning stock market analysis. Maybe he might be a future Warren Buffett. Wish you the very best. And when I asked him about the goal, what goal you achieved recently, he told, bro, I cycled 60 kilometers in 2.5 hours. And he told, bro, it is very less because I continued it after a long break. So, and he is expecting to reach more goals in the upcoming year. So without much ado, please help me in welcoming our general evaluator of today's meeting, Toastmaster Tarun. Over to you.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sharad. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I'll give my report. To help me on this, I have 2 teams, tag team and evaluator team. Tag team consists of 3 members, timer, accounter, and grammarian. Unfortunately, today there are only 2 members. A member is playing 2 roles, timer and grammarian. Today's timer and grammarian is Toastmaster Abhirami Ayyappan, who is a presiding officer and vice president of education. I would like to call our presiding officer to tell about her roles. Now over to Madam Toastmaster Abhirami Ayyappan.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tarun. Now, as a timer today, my key responsibility will be to keep track of the time. Now, why do we have a timer to track time? Because time is a very, very essential commodity, isn't it? Yes, that's definitely there. But the second part of the story is that the human attention span is very less. And when you go on and on and on, it looks like people are listening, but they aren't. So the best way is to keep track of your time and stick to it. So today I'll help you all do that. So for example, if the allotted time is 5 to 7 minutes, I'll be flashing flags. At the 5th minute, it will be a green flag. In the intermediate time, which is the 6th minute, it will be a yellow flag. And at the 7th minute, it will be a red flag. So I'll keep track of the time. And finally, when called upon by our general evaluator, I'll submit my report as who's qualified and who's not. This is on the timer piece. And on the grammarian aspect, now grammar is definitely style and beauty, I would say. Do you recollect in school where we have a teacher who uses, not a very great grammar, whose voice is not very great, though the content may be the best, we may sometimes still be sleeping around. But sometimes when the teacher is like very, good in speaking and they try to tell stories and stuff, we're all listening, but sometimes there may not be any output. So I'm telling you this to talk about the importance of grammar. Now, today I will be noting down the good usages and also the not so good usages. For the not so good usages, I will be giving some recommendations on how it can be done better. And lastly, I will also introduce the word of the day, which we will all be using at least once during the meeting when we are on stage. Now, the word of the day for this meet is aspire. Aspire means to have a strong desire to have or do something. Just like our Toastmaster of the day aspired to become a research scholar in IIT Madras, the same way, that's the way you use aspire. That's the best example I could think of. So with this, let me hand over to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction of timer and account and general grammarian role. Now I would like to call upon our accounter of the day, Toastmaster Anirudh. He's a first-time role player, and to say a few words about him, he's currently studying in B.Tech in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science at SMU Chennai. He likes to read books and watch movies. Now over to Toastmaster Anirudh to say a few words about his role.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My role today is the role of accounter. The purpose of the accounter is to note any overusage of words or filler sounds used as a crutch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Some words, they might be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, etc. Sounds, some filler sounds may be used such as or er. During the evaluation portion of the meeting, I will report observations when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. Now the next team is evaluated team. I would like to introduce them after the prepared speech session when the speakers have evaluate upon. Now over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sarath.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Tarun. So let's proceed to the meeting. Before moving to the first part of the meeting, let me show a letter. This letter is written by a famous person. While writing this letter, I will tell the situation, and after this letter, what happened. So while writing this letter, he don't have any job. He suffered from a back pain, and he don't have any job. And his wife was going to job in order to pay the bill, home bill. And he's a father of 2 children. And he didn't have any chance in Hollywood, and he suffered a lot. So this is the condition with which he wrote. I will show who is it. Many might be knowing. I will read this. I will be the first highest paid superstar in the US. See what goal he is keeping. And I will give the most exacting performance that rest of my quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then I will tell till the end of the 1980, I will have in my possession 10 lakh millions, and I live the way I please, and I achieve inner harmony and happiness. So this is the letter he wrote, and after that he achieved everything in the same way. Any guesses of who this person is?
Maybe Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, yes, exactly. This person is none other than Bruce Lee, and this letter is something which he wrote. Just show. I'll remove that. So this is the real letter that he wrote, and this is his signature. So this is the power of goal, my dear friends. If we keep a clear goal from where we want to go, and surely our goal might be traveling towards. And not only this, all the successful persons say the first secret of success is goal, because without goals we don't know where we are going. So that's the first success secret. And if we read any top books, it can be a Think and Grow Rich, it can be a Power of Subconscious Mind, it can be Secret, it can be anything. Everywhere they will say only one common thing, that we should know where we want to go, so that we'll ask to the universe what we needed to have. So for that we need the first thing as goals. So I hope this will make us understand why goals are important. Now let's move on to the first part of our meeting. So today's we have two prepared speeches. The first prepared speaker is going to be our Toastmaster, Aishwarya. So it's time for me to give our introduction. Toastmaster Aishwarya is a fashion designer and stylist by profession, and he is a MC by passion. And she is the current admin manager of our Division C of District 120. And she is the current Vice President Education of Downtown Speakers Forum and upcoming President of Downtown Speakers Forum. And when I asked her about goals, she said, I have so many goals. Like that, she said, I told you tell only one goal. And she told, I like to write to-do list every week and every month, and I try to achieve that. That's what she told. And let's hear from her. But before that, let me call Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan, our evaluator, to read out our project objectives.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sharath. Today, Toastmaster Aishwarya is completing a path in presentation mastery, and the project title is Path Completion Speech, for which Toastmaster Aishwarya has two objectives to be incorporated in her speech. And what they are is her growth during the completion of an entire path, and to share some aspects of her growth during the completion of this path, for which Toastmaster Aishwarya is given 10 to 12 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Back to you, Toastmaster Sharath.
Thank you. So Toastmaster Aishwarya, down memory lane. Down memory lane, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Udit. Speech is power. Speech is to persuade, to convert, and to compel. This is a quote said by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests who are present here. 5 levels plus 15 speeches equal to 1 pathway. This is a simple formula which I used to complete, which I applied in order to complete the levels and projects. So let me go back to 2019, the month of March. I was doing my final year, and that time, the time was very crucial because I was supposed to submit my final year project. So that time, my father, he forcefully told me like to attend one of our very own club meeting. Just because he forced me, I went. I was totally blank in that time because everything was Greek and Latin. Once the meeting got over and I came back home, as usual, he asked me like how the meeting went. I said, everything went well, but don't tell me to go and apply membership because it's not my cup of tea. I just said this. Then a couple of months passed by, and I thought I want to, sharpen the existing skill which I possess by birth, or let's say by naturally, which was public speaking. Because by passion, I want to be as an MC. So keeping that in mind, I attended one more meeting. That time it was the 700 milestone meeting. Luckily, that day I got a couple of new members as their friends, and they made me feel at home. So keeping that in mind, I enrolled the very next week. So usually like how every guest feels, that is weird or strange questions, the same thing popped up in my mind. Since that time in 2019, we were meeting in person. Let me share quite those weird questions. Some of them were like, why is this person standing nearby the door? Or what are these terminologies such as this Toastmaster of the day or TT Master, GE, etc. As usual, the TT session came up. A member who was sitting right next to me, he told me to give a try. I went. Usually, but when I went there, I didn't stand up frozen as such. The topic was given, and what I felt about the topic, I shared. Obviously, with so many of filler words. And this unique thing I can say, however bad or horrible which we may perform, that applause which you get, that is something, it's like an energy booster for all of you all. So that is something which I liked, and I enrolled myself in November 2019 to be precise. So once I enrolled, the VP at that time, she encouraged me to take up small roles, that is these tag roles, GIT roles, and the later on to the bigger roles as well. I still remember the first time when I took up the idiom master role. I was so hesitant to take up this role because I had to share an idiom along with the story. So the VP, she pushed me. I took up a simple idiom and shared a personal anecdote as well. And that day I got the best QIG that time. So QIG is nothing but quote master, idiom master, and greeter for the day. I got this award. And the next day, I got a message from the VP. She said, your speech was not only a classic, it hooked the audience because it was personal. You have more strength, please keep going. This appreciation which I got from her encouraged me, and till date she has been a go-to person or a person who I can gel with anytime. Then a couple of months passed by. When I was the SA in the month of Jan to June 2020, that time we were meeting in person. So that time I was meeting in person. One of a member, they were presenting the icebreaker speech. On seeing that, I realized it's been 2 months since I joined and I never delivered my icebreaker speech. So I immediately contacted the VPE, and she told me like to find a mentor and to book a speech slot, and also to find a pathway as well. I had no idea of what this pathway is all about. So I went to a TMI website and surfed all by myself. So I just self-learned what this pathway is about, and I chose the pathway which is presentation mastery, because I already had the skill of public speaking. So I just want to sharpen it. That's why I took presentation mastery. 2 or 3 weeks passed by, and I delivered my first icebreaker speech, again in person. And at the end of the meeting, this tradition was followed. That is, whenever a person delivers an icebreaker speech, a recognition would be given. And that recognition was a special one to me. And although I did not get the best speaker at that day, I was satisfied with the performance that I did my best. At the cafeteria, a couple of our senior members, I would say, they came and appreciated me for the good work which I done, because I spoke flawless and I had stage movement that time. Because these two things are, these icebreaker, when we give the icebreaker speeches, they won't implement much. That's something which I implemented. So they like that, and yes, they appreciated me for that. And then a month passed by and we met with the pandemic and we're back to Zoom meetings. At this time, I wanted to use the best of my ability, because we are meeting online and I wanted to make use of every week or every month which we get. I slowly completed my level 1 and level 2. Then came to level 3. In my perspective, level 3 is a level which will mold yourself to become a better speaker. Level 1 or level 2 are just the basics, whereas level 3 is where you'll put into test. That is from level 3 onwards. So in level 3, we have 3 projects. One is a main project and 2 electives. I completed my main project, and when I was going through the electives as to which elective I need to take, there were these 3 electives which were repeated all through the clubs. Whichever club I attend, they take these 3 electives, and those were storytelling, using a PPT software, and connect with the audience. I didn't want to repeat this. I wanted to challenge myself. So I took this elective called as Focus on the Positive. I had a word with my mentor saying that I completed these 2 levels, and my level 3 is going to be about focus on the positive. My mentor had no idea about it. He casually said, go and talk with any senior member. I don't know any idea about this, because most of the senior members, when he joined, no one took that elective, it seems. So I approached one of our senior members and he briefed me about this focus on the positive elective subject. I did more research by watching YouTube videos and I worked on it. Slowly completed my level 3 as well. Coming to level 4. In level 4, we have this interesting project called as Managing a Difficult Audience. Trust me, while presenting this particular project, I was overwhelmed, because that people will be interrupting you without your knowledge and you have to answer to the questions or queries which they ask. I was literally overwhelmed, but still somewhat managed and tackled it and completed the presentation, and so is my project. In the duration, or let's say from the time when I started my level 4, I was elected as the Vice President Education of Downtown Speakers Forum, which is in Area E2, and also I was selected as the Admin Manager of Division C. Now here is where a struggle or a challenge I encountered. Those challenges were, number 1, I should still continue to deliver my speeches. Number 2, to find the role players or educational speakers in order to run the meetings, the weekly meetings. And number 3 is to see what I have to do as an admin manager. But still, I did my best and somewhat completed my level 4 as well. Because when I was VPE, there were so many unexpected backouts which I need to face, be it for role players or for speakers. And personally, I don't want to run a meeting with just one speaker who's in their level 1. So I used to reach out to other club members and get their, the members to deliver the speeches. And I believe Toastmasters Lakshmi Narayana and of course my dear evaluator would agree the same, because I invited them to attend our meetings. So I did that slowly, and one day I'd like to share an incident. So this happened on the Diwali weekend on November 6th. There was an unexpected backward at the last moment. The club VPPR, he came to me and said, Akka, you planned for a debate in this week, so that if you calculate like every alternate week, on December 2nd, that is on a 200 milestone meeting, we can conduct a debate. Once he said that, I realized that in my level 5, I have an elective project called as moderate a panel discussion. Since there was a last minute back out, I quickly jumped in and I completed that. I presented my so-called moderate panel discussion revolving around the subject of marks and exams, and with the strength of like 5 to 8 members, we just did whatever our best we can. And I completed my level 5 as well. And now here I am presenting my level completion speech in front of you all. So in order to, let's say, put it in a nutshell, like what this path, that is presentation mastery, has taught me is that number 1 is to manage a difficult audience. Number 2, it has groomed my evaluation skills. Number 3, it has learned or taught me how to approach and talk to members in spite of the age group, be it college students or working professions or senior members. And it has groomed my writing skills. Now I can say I can professionally write emails as well. That is formal emails. And coming to the evaluation part, evaluation is something that I hated the most, but to my surprise, it has groomed me, and I can say that I can evaluate good speeches. So to all the new members out here, if any, please make use of your time. Please don't waste it. As and when possible, write your speech scripts, deliver them. Before delivering it, have a word with your mentor, discuss before delivering the speeches and after you deliver your speech, and try to give your speeches even in outside clubs, not only in your home club. I personally did this and it has brought a change in me. And in order for you to do this, you have to get out of your comfort zone. So again, I repeat the simple formula: 5 levels plus 15 speeches equal to 1 pathway. Back to you, TME.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aishwarya. And kind information, when you are speaking about 2019 joining, I was in level 1, and now I am in level 2. I'm going to complete, but still you completed level 5. So thank you so much for the motivation education session of presentation mastery. We will follow it. Thank you so much. We enjoyed your speech. Thank you. So now moving on to the second speaker. Our second speaker is going to be Toastmaster Srijit, and he's a mainframe developer at LTI, and he loves competitive cycling and photography as a passion. Before calling him, may I request his evaluator Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana to read out his project objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sarath. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Toastmaster Srijit is delivering his level 2 project 3 speech, that introduction to Toastmasters mentoring, as part of his pathways of persuasive influence. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and to share some aspect of a previous experience as a prodigy. Timer, please note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to Toastmaster Srijit, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sarath.
Dear members, mentorship touches each one of us irrespective of what leave or where we are in. Here comes our second prepared speaker, Toastmaster Srijit, who is going to deliver a speech on mentoring and also about how isolated experience or incidents can impact our life beyond proportion. So without much ado, please join me in welcoming our second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Srijit Unni, the called parent. The called parent, Toastmaster Srijit Unni. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster TMOD, TM Sharath, for this very warm introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's a pleasure to meet you all in this very fine evening. So, what is a mentor? When someone asked this question to Oprah Winfrey, the self-made billionaire, she replied this. She said that a mentor is a person who asks each single person to look inside themselves to find the hope to pursue their own goals. Out of all the different quotes that I was looking at, I believe that this stood out. A mentor is a person who's like one of those reflectors on the roads. Those reflectors don't tell you where you have to go or how you have to go. But those reflectors are there in all the roads. And all these roads, so many of them are the various choices that you have for you to choose. But the one common thing with all these roads is that there are reflectors in these roads, and this is what a mentor is. They guide you, they make you feel comfortable, and they get the best out of you. So with all this clamor on these board exams going on for the past few days, I thought about mentioning my own experiences as a prodigy when I was in my class 12. So for this, we might have to take a short trip exactly 6 years back, I think to around 2016. So let me give you a good perspective on the person I was. I was an extremely bad student, to be very honest. I flunked my entire 12th standard. So let me tell you why this happened. So I was not only a student, I was a basketball player representing the school team on one hand, and on the other hand, I was a classical Carnatic keyboard player. I was also representing the school in a band. So either I was here playing in the basketball court or I was here practicing with my school band. End of the day, I was not in my classes attending them. So I have a very serious doubt if my teachers would recognize me if I went and talked to them now. So that was the entire situation. So my school has this very weird concept called the call parent. Grammarian, please note, it doesn't make sense grammatically to me too. So the call parent is a phenomenon where all these parents are invited. The parents of the students who have not done well academically are invited to the schools. So my parent was invited too. So my mom came representing my parent. So what she did, she was made to sit in front of this very intimidating set of school teachers, and all these very anguished parents had to sit on the other side. So this entire meeting went on for hours together, where these teachers poured their sermons on how miserable we performed. I mean, I don't necessarily blame the school because I had flunked my entire 12th grade. So something very interesting happened post this. So once these sermons were over, all these anguished parents were waiting to interact with the teachers. But what my mom did was that she walked up to the panel, she thanked every single one of them, and she told them, "Thank you, ma'am. And I really think Srijit will turn out just fine." I was taken aback too. I mean, which parents would say that? And all these teachers were giving my mother a death stare, like she had committed some kind of a sacrilege. Everyone hated that. So once this entire weird incident was over, we were off on our way back home. And something very weird happened there too. I started crying. I don't know if it was the pressure of the exams or was it the trust that my mom had on me which I was breaking, but I started crying. And both of us got off the vehicle and we sat down on the side of the road. I asked my mother the very same question. I asked her if she thinks that I was letting her down. And she asked me another question. So she asked me if this entire 18-year-long relationship is going to come down to a few marks, a few numbers. Of course, it didn't make sense to me too. But she went on, she didn't stop there. So she said, life is something where we make thousands of choices a day. And each of those choices that we make has an implication, has an effect. So life is nothing but just a summation of all these decisions we take and their outcomes. So she told me, this percentage, these marks that you're getting, this is also just an outcome of all the actions you're going to take now or the ones you've taken before. So she told me, as long as you are comfortable with the outcome, I believe it's up to you to decide what you want to do. I mean, I don't know which parent would say that, especially before you're going to face the biggest exam of your life, the class 12 board exams. But she said that. She didn't say I had to be this, I had to be that. She didn't say I had to go from point A to point B, but she just told me I have to be comfortable with my own outcomes. And the only thing I had control over was my inputs. So from that day, believe me, for the next 2.5 months, I studied my head out. And that was one of the best experiences. And believe me, I got a score of 90% in my class 12 board exams. From being the person who flunked this entire 12th school exams to being at 90 percent, getting a 90 percentage. Maybe it's not the best percentage someone can get, but I was really happy to have that respectable percentage. And apart from that, I took this forward too. I stood in my, I was ranked 7th out of my entire mechanical engineering batch of 120 in my college. So I'm taking the same attitude forward for my professional work experience too. So when I think about all this, it really strikes me that one small isolated incident on that side of the road really changed my perspective for the rest of our life. So I believe that this is what mentoring can do, and this is what the Toastmasters Club enables us to do. It allows us all to be mentors. And I truly believe this is why we all need to reach out to mentors and gain their expertise, irrespective of what level we are in, because mentoring can change lives. Thank you, and back to you, TMOD Toastmaster Sharad.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srijit. I can sense that your mother is a role model mother and a role model mentor, because in today's world we are mostly seeing parents pushing their sons or daughters to pursue something which parents like, but your story is truly different and very thought-provoking. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srijit, for sharing your speech. So now with this we come to the end of the first session, that is prepared speech session. Now let's go to goal setting. Let's see some keys to goal setting. How to set goals. Okay, so we understand goal setting is very much important in our life. Now, how to set my goals? Most people fail here. So let's see 7 keys of goal setting. Key number 1, the goals must be clear, specific, detailed, and it should be written down. It should not be vague. It should be very clear, crystal clear. Like our Tarun said, it's like 60 kilometers in 2.5 hours, next 80 kilometers in 2 hours. So it should be very clear and we should write it down. And number 2, it should be measurable and objective. I'm going to achieve this within July 2022, somehow measurable. Number 3, time bounded. It should have some time frame, time limit, and it should be challenging. It should not be like I'm going to have my cup of tea daily. It's simple. It should be a little challenging. It's usually people say 50% probability we should have. It should not be very tough. It should not be very easy. And number 5, it should have congruent with values and harmony. If we believe in something, we should have goals related to that. This happens in my own life recently. I kept one goal as I should get 9.5 plus CGPA in my semester examination. But in between, what happened in between the time, my mind said CGPA is not important, learning is important. Like that, there was a fight between the values and my goal. So our goal should be congruent with true values, and it should give us a harmony. And number 6, it should be balanced. We should not only focus on professional, or we should not only focus on the fun part. So all the parts should be there: family goals, social goals, professional goals, passion goals, everything should be there. And number 7 and last, repeated revision and tracking progress. We should often revise our goal, because sometimes we will set goals which are shallower. So over a point of time, that goal will become deeper. So this is the 7 keys I have to share in this meeting as part of goal setting. So fine, with this we'll go to the second part of today's meeting. So second part is going to be a very terrific part. Since we have very less participants, I'm sure that every one of us, including the role players, are going to be on screen. So this session is going to be conducted by our own Toastmaster Kalvat. Just to say a few words of introduction, he said, "I am a common man with few expectations, just few expectations." And he didn't say what are those expectations. And he said he's a HR by profession, and he's a communication skill trainer for students by his passion. And he likes to explore new places and food. And regarding goal setting, he said, "Sarad, goal setting is not at all matter. Whatever you set goals, you should keep them track, and you should keep on following that. That is important." That's what he told. So without much ado, please join me in welcoming our TT Master of the day, Toastmaster Kalvat.
Thank you, Sharad, for the wonderful introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, I'm going to play the role of Table Topic Master. This is a great opportunity to build your confidence level and come out of the fear. Would request non-role players and guests to participate and get benefit out of it. The time is 1 to 2 minutes. The minimum you have to talk for 1 minute and maximum for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. As Sharad said, we have 3 non-role player here. Apart from that, I would like to Toastmasters to volunteer and make this to be a meaningful Toastmaster session. Table topic session. Between some 4 to 5 topics, we can cover it up. Before we can start, as usual, we have very seasoned or senior Toastmaster, Nagendra Bhardi sir. I hope you are there. Toastmaster.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Kalvat.
So, you are an example or aspiration for most of the youngsters when it comes to the table topic session. So I thought you can be the one who can just start, so everybody will be a little comfortable to talk on the topic. So for your topic, so as we are nearing to the new year, so I just want to understand. So your topic is, when does the new year start for you? From Jan 1st or from a different date? I repeat, when does the new year start for you? From Jan 1st or from a different date? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Kalvat. When does the new year starts for me? On January 1 or some other day? I would say my new year starts on each and every day. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I think that is the new year for me. Because there is a Tirukural saying that our sleeping is like death and our awakening is like rebirth. So in the same way, every day is a new year for us. We have to take it like this. What do we do when we do something on that new year? We take a lot of pledges, lot of ideas to start. All these things we do on the new year, right? But after 1 or 2 days, we forget everything. So that should not be like that. Every day, we should start with some new venture, new goal. Now our friend TMOD, TM Sarath has talked about goal. Let me talk about goal. Goal, we have to have SMART goal. SMART, what is SMART goal? S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realistic, and T for timely. Our goal should be timely. So every day, we should proceed towards our goal. Whatever goal we have set for that each day, treating that each day as a new year for us. Let us start achieving that goal. Let us start working towards that goal. But for that, we have to understand what are all our strengths, what are all our weaknesses, what are all the opportunities around us, what are all the threats around us. All these opportunities we have to take care of. All the threats we have to tackle and win over those threats. And all the strengths, whatever we have to use it fully. And whatever weakness we need to find out ways to come out of those weaknesses. So we need to have that SWOT analysis to reach our SMART goal. And to achieve that, we have to take each and every day as a new year for us. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Toastmaster Nagayam Vardi. It's not like a TT session, it's like a prepared session. So I believe that whatever the table topic given to you, you present like a prepared kind of thing. Thanks a lot for always motivating us. The next topic, it goes to guest Muthu. Guest Muthu, you are there? Okay.
She's not here.
Okay. So guest SK, I can see SK Shah. I couldn't get the...
Shivakumar is going to be Toastmaster.
Very good evening. Yeah, Shivakumar, I'm here. You can see my video, right? Yeah.
Good evening, Toastmaster Shivakumar.
Very good evening.
Okay. Topic for you. Again, the intention of giving a topic is to just express our personal thoughts and how we can confidently speak on the topic. So here I want to hear from you, which might be a personal, but you can share what is your plan for the New Year Eve.
Great. Very good evening to all guests and Toastmasters. And if I can say the topic again, what is the plan for the New Year Eve? Right?
Yes.
Actually, already all my friends have started discussing about that. Indeed, usually the group that I am part of create a WhatsApp group and people started sharing different ideas. But I do not know, unlike the other years, this year my schedules are very packed. So at least I wanted to spend one full day with my family. So already plans are going on to book a resort. So this is how possibly I will be spending my eve of the new year. And on top of it, also to just start teaching my children to be kind and to make them passionate in helping others. I'm also taking part in a program organized to help a community here locally. So that will be my second day's program, the first day of January. So we as a family planning to visit an orphanage nearby and be with them, spend our time with them for a day, and taking part in the daily activities and helping them. This is what is the current plan as of now. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumar. Any volunteers from Toastmasters knowingly the current situation?
I'll trace.
Okay. Anirudh, Toastmaster Anirudh.
Yes, sir.
So Toastmaster Anirudh, this is your topic. So what was biggest thing you learned this past year? So I repeat, what was biggest thing you learned this past year?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. My topic is, what was the biggest thing I learned this year?
Correct, you are right.
Yes. So this year, it's a very special year for all of us because all of us are affected due to this COVID. We were either like sitting down and inside a room, online class, office, everything. The biggest topic I learned this time was on like how to continue continuing on my goals, how to continue not going for procrastination and all. Starting, it was really difficult for me because of online classes, everything. It was really difficult for me to concentrate. It was difficult for me to continue on what I had planned for that day. But then after one point of time, after getting a little low grades in school, I just thought about it. All like this in a life, there'll be many times where it'll be difficult for us to continue on our goals. We'll get distracted, but then we should continue. We should on our goals. We should not deviate from it. So as I said, the best goal I learned this year was how to avoiding procrastination and concentrating on what we plan. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh, for participating as well as the role and as well as the tasteful topic. Can we have one more last volunteer from the Toastmasters so we can have a discussion and then we can close this?
Yeah, I'll take up first.
Yes. Okay. So the topic is the tailor-made might be for you. The topic is, what is the one New Year resolution that you take every year? So I repeat, what is the one New Year resolution that you take every year?
Thank you very much, Kalwar. To be very frank with you, I have never taken a New Year resolution. But what I really believe in 2 years is that we are in a very fragile environment, irrespective of the amount of wealth and material comforts that we have accumulated. But still, if you look at the side, the entire universe is not able to come to terms, is not able to get a grip of fighting this unseen, invisible enemy. So it is a very profound thing that man per se can be so fragile that if we as a human race not joining hands together at this crucial moment, will definitely leave a world which will be far, far dangerous and susceptible to more such invasion by these invisible virus for the generation that is following us. Simply put, we need to make this world a better place for the generation that is following us. We talk about goal setting, we talk about achieving, but what are we really doing for all these goals to manifest into reality? What are we going to leave behind for the generation that is following? That is the most crucial thought that each one of us need to have. We have everything, but we are still not comfortable. We have the best of education, the best of technology, but we are still scared to put our feet outside our house. We have everything, but still we find lacking, and morally all of us are drained. It can be seen from our activity and our phrase. We put up a brave face, but within us, we are still fearful. So let us all join together and make a resolution that we shall be the agents of change, and we shall impact and make this world a better place for the children and the generation that is following. And I'm sure our founder of Toastmasters International, Ralph C. Smedley, when he said, leaders, we are to be the leaders of change, the agents of change. And I'm sure you and I can make this happen and make this dream a reality. Thank you very much. And back to you, Toastmaster Kalwar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srishnan, as always. Any more volunteers? Because I don't want to pull out the name knowingly the role player. So any more volunteers would like to participate and get benefit out of this?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you all, sorry, Toastmaster Shiva, you already have actually given your speech.
Okay,
so,
fine,
yeah.
fine. Okay.
To do others.
Okay. I'll take up.
So knowingly we have a time, and again, this is all to improve our self-confidence and as come out of the fear.
Sorry, Kalwat, I think you are not watching video. Already Srijit and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana raised their hands.
He joined through mobile, so I couldn't get that. Sorry.
Please, please, yeah. You can choose between Srijit or Mr. Lakshmi.
Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, you are there?
Yes.
I think Toastmaster Srijit also raised their hand, right? I will then take these two names. Okay, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, this is a topic for you. Okay, so I would like to hear from you on this topic, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. The topic is, I love New Year celebration, but I hate New Year. I'm repeating the topic. I love New Year celebration. I hate New Year. The topic to you, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, Toastmasters Kalvat Seth, for a topic like I love New Year celebration, but not the New Year. Partly I can agree with it because New Year celebration is unique because it comes once in a year. That's what it mentions. So the celebration part is very grand. It should be a grand gala. Each one celebrates in own style, and I have my own pattern. Like, but why I should hate the New Year is because we get it only once in a year. It's not throughout the year. We can celebrate, but only the midnight 12 a.m. the January 1st is what we consider as a New Year. That celebration is very unique. From 2nd, we're into the next day of the New Year. So we don't need to. We won't have such kind of real celebration of moving from 1 year 2021 to 2022 because we're already in 2022. So you won't have that kind of kick and energy or happiness in celebrating a New Year, except for the one particular day, the midnight of 12 a.m. January 1st. So that's why I like celebrations, New Year celebrations a lot, but not the New Year because it's coming only once in a year. Maybe if we can have a New Year every month, at least that will help me to enjoy the New Year as well, along with the New Year celebrations. Thank you for the opportunity, and over to you,
Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana. Then we have all to follow Toastmaster Nagarendra Bharadis in terms of not only the New Year celebration, every day there will be a New Year. Good to hear from you. And Toastmaster Srijit.
Yes, Toastmaster Kalvat, I'm here.
For nominating yourself as speaker, table topic. We will just try to close out with this. The topic is, what was an unexpected joy the past year? That I'm repeating, what was an unexpected joy this past year? When I say this past year, this year, because we are coming to the end.
Got it. Thank you, Toastmaster Kalvat, for this very wonderful topic. So, what was the most unexpected thing that happened to me the past year? When I think about it, the entire year for us for the past 3 years was pretty unexpected. We have found new normals in the pandemic, and unexpected has become the expected now. So what happened to me particularly was that I took up a journey from Chennai to Bangalore. So it was not on train, it was not on the bus, it was not on a car, but I wanted to do it on a cycle. I don't know what got into my head, but that was very unexpected for me. So I started off from Chennai. This was last year, January 3rd or the 4th. I didn't know why, but I wanted to get to Bangalore. So I started here from Chennai. I started cycling, and I reached Bangalore by around 7 in the night. So it was a 300-kilometer journey, and that was something just totally unexpected and which hit me out of nowhere. But I totally rejoiced the entire experience, and that is something I'll be carrying forward for the rest of the years. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Kalvat.
Srijit. And I think it was a wonderful session which we are had right now. It's more in terms of, and we make good when we speak professionally, which is tailor-made or prepared kind of thing. So when we speak on like personal things, that's where we need a lot of confidence or some practice to it. So I hope this will help us to improve our personal discussion. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Over to TMOD.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalvat, for conducting that session very interactive and asking the questions which are very relevant upcoming New Year. Thank you so much. Now, may I request the timer to read out the names of qualified speakers, prepared speakers, as well as table topic speakers. Just the qualified.
Yeah, sure, Toastmaster of the day. So the qualified speakers, both the speakers, Toastmaster Aishwarya and Toastmaster Srijit, have been qualified into the prepared speech segment. And all our speakers, TT speakers, are being qualified. I'll read the names. Toastmaster Toastmaster Nagarendra Bharati, Toastmaster Shivakumar, Toastmaster Anirudh, Toastmaster Srikanth Kutikrishnan, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, Toastmaster Srijit.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster. So now it's time for us to move to the last part, third part of our today's meeting, the evaluation session. So I request Toastmaster Tarun to conduct our evaluation session. Over to you, Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Sarath. Now let's welcome our evaluators, my second team who helps me to evaluate the speeches. To evaluate Madam Toastmaster Aishwarya's speech, we are having Toastmaster Shrikant Kuttikrishnan. To say a few words about him, he works in a central government service. He's a public speaker, corporate trainer, and a spiritual aspirant. Now over to Toastmaster Shrikant Kuttikrishnan for Toastmaster Aishwarya's evaluation. So your mic is on mute.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Aishwarya, you started a speech with a very impactful quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's a very interesting thing that you've been reading this quote and you have quoted that, and I really like that way you opened your speech with that quote. And I also appreciate the way that you had your journey from the 700th milestone meeting of Chennai Toastmasters till the day a couple of months back where you became a very important person in the District 120 as an admin manager. Your journey across the different paths with 2 different clubs and how you went about steering each and every path and project was thoroughly insightful for all of us, especially the 4th project and the 4th project that you have done. And that was really interesting, that how you had a very difficult situation in completing that and how you got the help of your mentors and how so many people have given you a lot of inputs and how you overcame all those difficulties and you started becoming a very confident and a very professional speaker. That was very well done. I really appreciate all that. But Aishwarya, what I thought was missing was you never let us know who your mentor was. What was the thing that you shared with your mentor? What is that you had a difficulty with your mentor? See, when you are giving a path completion speech, I think there should be more than what you have said, but you seem to have given way to what really matters, but you went about what was very comfortable with you to share with us. That's okay. But if you can give us all these details, I think we would have felt the necessity and the importance of having a mentor to guide and to take you through the entire path as you had a very comfortable journey. So I want you to work on this. And the second aspect is, I want you to add a little more of dramatization. So there could be a situation where you had finished your script and your mentor had not given you the go-ahead, something like that, something more in a lighter way. That's what it's not humor exactly, but something which made you tense or you were suspenseful, you didn't know what to do, and all these kind of things. If you can sit back and think for a minute, I'm sure you would find all this is going to be there, because I've gone through with a much difficult mentor. So it should be there. And if you can bring about all this into a whole package, I think it should be a real good tutorial for most of the new joined Toastmasters on how they can have a mentor, hold on to them and complete the project. So in a nutshell, I really enjoyed your opening. And also, before you can forget, let me tell you how you saying that you get out of your comfort zone. That again was very powerful. So opening and closing and the body in between was good. If you can add what I have said, I think it would be a better and a more impactful speech. Not saying that it was not impactful, but it could be even more profound. And I wish you all the very best, Toastmaster Aishwarya. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrikant, for the evaluation of Toastmaster Aishwarya's speech. Now I call the next evaluator, our Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, for the speech of Toastmaster Srijit. To say a few words about him, he's a software engineer by profession. He loves to go on trekking and he loves to drive along on the road. Now the stage is yours, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tarun. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and a special mention to my target speaker, Toastmaster Srijit. Srijit had an excellent hand gesture and a smile throughout your speech, and that is your USP. And please continue with it in all the future speeches. And to begin with, you started your speech with an excellent quote from about mentoring by Oprah Winfrey. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope you're inside yourself, right? It talks about how the mentor instills the hope from within you. And the best reference to a mentor you gave is about I still want to keep note of it, is reflectors on the road, because the reflectors doesn't move, and that's a good reference about the mentoring. They are the guide, because sometimes we call them as ladders as well, right? To help you to climb up, but therefore they won't climb. And you also took me to your school days and explained how busy you were in extracurricular activities and had little time for your curriculum. And I could understand how much your mother was instilling hope in you and triggered you to outperform in your academics. That's a very inspiring story, because for sure she was the best mentor anyone can dream for, because many times we get to see more parenting and less mentoring. In your case, this was a dream come true, where you are gifted to have a mother who was more a mentor than a parent, kind of thing. And throughout your speech, you mentioned how she mentored you to get to high scores and get into top 10s within your college rankings as well. So as I mentioned, all good about you. You mentioned very good things about your mentors as well. But I want to give a few recommendations. The first one is that I don't know whether you looked into this project objective clearly, because the project objective states that you need to define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring and to share some aspect of your previous experience as a prodigy. So though you covered your mom as a mentor, but it would be better if you mentioned your experience as a prodigy in Toastmasters. Like that would help audience to understand the Toastmasters mentoring, and should give them a hint on how mentoring Toastmaster will help them also. If they are already there as a Toastmaster, or they're going to be new guests, it will help them to understand how Toastmasters mentoring will. That is a core objective for this project. Because why I'm mentioning this, because I want to refer my mentor here, because he used to tell me to read through the objective clearly and then come out of the script. There are times where he rejected my script as well, but this script you need not share with your mentor as well. That is one thing. But just letting you know, in future, please focus on the project objective and make sure your script falls within the project objective and deliver the speech. But overall, I admired your speech, the way you explained this situation, and your smile and hand gesture throughout your speeches. I'm hoping to see more best speeches from you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshminarayan, for the evaluation of Toastmaster Srijit's speech. Now it's time for tag report. I call upon Madam Toastmaster Abhirami to read the timer report as well as a grammarian report. Madam Toastmaster Abhirami, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun. So here we go. It's been a great day, and I think all our speakers are qualified today. And you would see the times indicated across. So our speaker 1 took a time of 11 minutes 30 seconds as against allotted time of 10 to 12 minutes. Our speaker 2 took 6 minutes 40 seconds as against allotted time of 5 to 7 minutes. All our table topic speakers were again qualified as against allotted time of 1 to 2 minutes. Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Sivakumar took 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Anirudh was bang on at 1 minute. Toastmaster Shrikant took 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Lakshminarayana took 1 minute 20 seconds. And again, Toastmaster Srijit was bang on with 1 minute exactly. And our evaluators today, they completely utilized the 3 minutes. And Toastmaster Shrikant took 3 minutes 18 seconds, and Toastmaster Lakshminarayana as evaluator 2 took 3 minutes 2 seconds. So overall, all of them are qualified. Now looking at the grammarian report, first I would like to congratulate our TT Master Toastmaster Kalvat for using the word aspire as aspiration. So we had one person who used it. In terms of the good usages, yes, every meeting, definitely a Toastmaster meeting is having a lot of usages, and I think it's a grammarian's duty to be all ears and pick them up. Now, I like the way our Toastmaster of the day said, mentoring always touches you in any stage of life. That is a very impactful way of saying, or bringing out the impact of mentoring. He had used congruent, the word congruent with something. Congruent here means where you're aligning it, where you're making it in a way suitable or it's aligned or in line with something. Toastmaster Aishwarya used the word, used the phrase is not my cup of tea or not my cup of tea, which says that that is something that doesn't interest me. She also said hook the audience, which means the audience are very hooked on to what she spoke or very well connected. Toastmaster Srijit in his speech, the way he used the word reflectors to compare with the mentors, that was really nice. He used certain other words, anguished parents. Anguished means where the person goes through great mental pain. And sacrilege, this is one word we are seeing off late, right? In a lot of news and stuff. It is nice the way he used it over here. Sacrilege means treating a religious object without the respect that it deserves. I like the way Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati in the TT session, he says New Year starts every day, which definitely is not true on the realistic sense, and it sounds nice. And the smart goal abbreviation that he gave was good. Toastmaster Shrikant used the words like being an agent of change, that sounded very powerful. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as TT speaker, he said, I hate the new year because we get it once in a year. I think that was very smart way of putting it. Our as evaluators, Toastmaster Shrikant used the lines which said, your speech would have been a tutorial to new joiners. I like the way he compared the speech to being a full-blown view of how you could complete your path. He used the word profound, which means very great. Lastly, our Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana as evaluator used the word USP for the way Srijit moved his hands. So that USP is unique selling point. And he also said, give them a hint on how Toastmaster mentoring helps. I like the way he communicated his idea. So this is overall the good usages. In terms of what could be improved, I had a few points. So generally we say that the person spoke flawless. So that's more just like the call parent stuff. But when we say use it, we will say I spoke flawlessly. And for Srijit's call parent stuff, I would completely understand because I was also from the same school and my brother was part of the call parent ceremony. So I was also there. Then need confidence. So this word confident and confidence, sometimes we get confused when we are using it, though we are aware of the differences. So sometimes we will say need confidence, but when you say confident is more like the person is confident. So it's like describing, you use it as confident, but when you need it like a noun, you'll put it as confidence. And took up a journey, it can be to go on a journey. Took up a journey is not completely incorrect, but to go on a journey sounds more beautiful. Overall, this is my report. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Tarun. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Abhirami, for the timer and the grammarian report. Now I call upon our accounter of the day, Toastmaster Anirudh, for sharing his report.
Yes, sir. 1 second. My screen visible?
Yes.
So I'm here to give my accounter report. So Toastmaster Sarath, he used 2 R's and 1 M. Toastmaster Tarun, there was no, he spoke flawlessly. Toastmaster Kalvat used 3 R's. Toastmaster Aishwarya used gave 3 passes. Toastmaster Srijit only used 1 R and he gave 1 pass. The table topic session, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati gave 1 R. Shivkumar used 5 R's and 1 pass. Toastmaster Anirudh used 2 R's. Toastmaster Shrikant Kutti Krishnan had 1 pass. Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana had 2 passes. Toastmaster Srijit Unni had 2 R's. In the evaluation session, Toastmaster Shrikant Kutti Krishnan had 1 pass, and Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, he used 3 R's and 2 passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh, for sharing the accounter report. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for me to share my general evaluator report. Before the meeting, the Zoom link was sent in trios, and it was not sent at the time of the meeting to avoid any confusions. And And the guests were already informed by our VPM, Toastmaster Lakshmi Narayana, about the format of the meeting. And the presiding officer was prepared and she was organized. The meeting started on time by 4 o'clock in the evening. And everyone in this meeting was properly introduced. And all the roles except timer and grammarian report, the grammarian roles were filled in prior the meeting. At the last minute, we filled the timer and grammarian role. Let's avoid this to the next meeting. And I properly introduced Toastmaster Abhirami and Toastmaster Anirudh for their roles. That's it for my grammarian report. And we all had a great meeting by starting on time, and we hope we are ending this meeting on time also. Thank you. Now over to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sharath.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tarun, the General Evaluator, for the detailed evaluation. So our General Evaluator told we are on time, but we have quite a lot of time. So actually, next we are going to see the step-by-step goal achieving methodology. Maybe if the audience here wants, we can do a small activity for the next 5 minutes. If not, we can just go quickly. So shall we go for that small activity? It may help in our goals. Thank you so much. So let's start. So first, we are going to write, let's take a paper and we are going to write the goals that we want to achieve. So we'll spend some 3 minutes for this. If we take a paper and write with a pen. If you are ready, we can start the time. Just 3 minutes. Whatever the goal that it can be anything. There's no logic now. It's attainable or not at this point of time. Whatever it can be. Just keep your pens writing. I think a timer, we can start the time just for 3 minutes. Time starts now. Just write the goals that you want to achieve. Whatever the goal can be. I want to complete my part 1 in presentation mastery by July 2022, something like that. I want to go for skydiving within May 2022. It can be anything, attainable or not. As at this point, it doesn't matter. Just keep your pens writing. Keep on writing. Don't stop. Whatever comes in your mind. There's no limit. You can write anything. Last 1 minute. Keep on writing. Don't stop. Whatever comes in your mind, just keep on writing. Make it flow. Keep on. Last 1 minute to wind up. Last 15 seconds. Whatever comes now, even you can write that quickly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Time over. So now, once after we write this, we'll ask how much years we'll take to achieve this. We may have some 3 to 4 goals written down on a paper. Just write how much years. For example, if you are getting DTM, it may take 2 to 3 years. So you can write 3. If you write achieving path 1, it may take 1 to 2 years. So you can write 1.5 something, some years. Mention clearly how much years it will take to achieve. Just next to each of the goals that we have written. Once done, now let's take the top 3 1-year goal. So in that 1-year goal, we'll take the top 3. Maybe if we have 4 to 5 1-year goal, just the top 3 1-year goal will take. Once that is done, maybe this point will note down. It will take some time. It may not come quickly. This particular point. What is my reason to achieve? Why should I achieve these goals? What is the purpose? How it's going to help me? Am I really happy on achieving this goal, or simply I'm doing it for someone else? So that's the purpose or the reason why we should achieve that goals. And we'll ask ourselves, is it worth, that goal is worth or not? Now at this point, we'll be having 2 answers. It can be yes, it is worth, or it might be no, it's not worth. Suppose if our answer is yes, let's go for it. Let's take an immediate action, one action to achieve that goal today, just today. Suppose if we say if we want to become a dancer, let's just take a number of some dancing coaching institute and let's inquire how to join there. Suppose if we want to write, if we wrote DTM, let's sign up for the next role immediately, next speech role or some other role immediately. Some action, some one action that we can take today, but within today. Once that is done, finally we will write and visualize the goals every day, at least 2 times, that is morning and at night. So this is the usual strategy methodology. Suppose if that is not worth, then simple, we'll again repeat the process from the beginning. Again, we'll set some timer of 3 to 5 minutes and we'll repeat the whole process. So my dear friends, this is the step-by-step goal setting methodology that is commonly followed. Maybe since we had less time as of now, we might have just done the outline part. Maybe once the meeting is over, if you can try this to set new goals, and most importantly, we will do that revision. We'll follow the 7 keys, that is the revision, 7th key, repeated revision, and we'll track the progress continuously. So I hope we took some key points which will be beneficial for us. Fine. So with this, I conclude my session as a Toastmaster of the day. Let's set goals. Let's aspire to achieve big, and let's make this world a better place. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhirami, the presiding officer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sharath. What a great Toastmaster of the Day stuff that we had today. Don't you all agree? Isn't it a very apt time? Doing this exercise, the one that we did, the last piece especially, I had been just putting things in my mind, like cleaning the house. And then I realized, no, I have to write DTM also in there when I was prioritizing things. So sometimes only when you write things, you realize whatever is just sitting there inside comes out very quickly first. And then the high priority ones are somewhere in the back of the mind. You're more into doing today's stuff, tomorrow's stuff. So this tip that you gave us definitely helped us a lot. I think going forward, other team modes also will have to take some example of having practical stuff also done in the meeting, and that definitely helps. Overall, with today, the 14 participants that we had, I think all of us have put a very good show. There was no drop in the enthusiasm. It didn't look like a 14-member meeting, and unless and until I look at the numbers, the way or the vibe that the whole meeting went in was amazing. The speakers, everyone, though the TT was repeated and all, it never felt like that. I'm sure you also felt the same way. So before, the polls are going in the background. You can mark the polls for your favorite speaker, TT speaker, etc. So meanwhile, let me congratulate the first-time role players. Today, Toastmaster Anirudh, he has done the role of our counter for the first time. Congratulations, Toastmaster Anirudh. For the last 3 consecutive weeks, he has been consecutively doing all the roles, tag roles. Congratulations on that. And our Toastmaster Srijit has successfully completed level 2 in his pathway persuasive influence. Very good. Congratulations, Toastmaster Srijit. Many more level completions to come. Yes, so overall, it's been good and the polls are running. Meanwhile, probably we can hear a few words from our guests. So guest Arun, would you like to say a few words? Arun, I think you're on mute. Would you like to say a few words?
I think this is the second time I'm joining. So unfortunately, I was a little late, so couldn't hear the entire conversation. As usual, Toastmasters is really great and a great platform to learn and learn mentoring and all those things. Like, I really wanted to be part of, as a full-time coming into the Toastmasters, doing all the roles. But let's see how quick it is happening. Maybe that is one of the goals which I do have for this upcoming year.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
guest Arun. It was great having you here. Okay, so I also get a message. I think, our Toastmaster Aishwarya has finished her path and she's given her level completion speech. I think we already congratulated her, but let's once again congratulate her for completion of her path. Aishwarya has been with the club for quite a long time and she's taken up various leadership roles. And we're very happy to have this moment. Thank you. Yeah. So with this, okay, I think we're on the polls. So probably we could, let me announce those polls which we have already received. Okay, so the best speaker for today, of course, is our Madam Toastmaster Aishwarya. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aishwarya, on your best speech. The best evaluator for today is our veteran Toastmaster, Toastmaster Srikanth Kuttikrishnan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Srikanth. The best tag role player, yes, it's me. Thank you so much for your support. The best role player. So who's the best role player? I wouldn't need to announce it actually.
Obviously, Toastmaster Sharath.
Yes, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sharath, is the best role player. The best table topic speaker, as usual, is our veteran Toastmaster, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. Congratulations, Toastmaster Nagendra Bharati. You always have a very good story for every topic. So we're all learning from you. So with this, I think I have announced all the results and we are in good shape to close. So thank you so much. So post this, we will be having our election for the surgeon terms. So the members can stay back. On this note, let me formally adjourn meeting number 808. Thank you.